Hey cool, today is Technology Tuesday and I thought we could have a little bit of fun. So I want to show you some technology that I just got. Amazon brought it to my house today and I haven't played with it yet, so I thought maybe we could do that together. I have been looking for a document cam for a while. I used a document cam previously in the classroom. When I moved online, I got a touchscreen monitor and I don't use a document cam as much anymore. But I work with a lot of faculty who need to be able to show things that they don't necessarily have digital access to, or they need to be able to demonstrate things that take kinesthetic technique to be able to teach. So maybe you have to be able to show how you use your hands to do something. And having a camera that is equipped to do those things is really helpful. So I got this document cam with those types of teaching strategies in mind. I know that we have a lot of art instructors in here, and we have a lot of science faculty who and clinical nursing faculty who may benefit from having some equipment that you use your hands and you can show your hands. So something that I kept in mind when I was looking for a document camera is, first of all, they have been really difficult to get ever since COVID. So when people started to pivot into remote instruction, document cameras flew off the shelf. My spouse is a third grade autistic support teacher, and he needed to be able to show math problems and things like that, and he did not have a touch screen on his device. So I got him a tablet for drawing, which is buried under here. I can show it to you. And this was under $40, I think, on Amazon. It's called an X Pen tablet. And it came with a stylus that you can draw. Now you can't see it here, but as you touch on this pad, you can see the markings on the screen. It took some getting used to, so you do have to get a rhythm for it. But this allowed him to do things like math equations and strategies for writing, because they're still learning letters and writing and things like that. So this tablet was helpful. We did a video for the Online Learning Toolkit with an art educator who made their own document camera when they were not able to get one because of everything that happened. So he took his webcam and he created a mount for it that was downward facing, and I can link to that blog post if you haven't seen it, where he talks about some of his strategies. The document camera that I found is called INSWAN, and this is what it looks like. Now, there are all different size document cameras, but I should have been more specific. I was looking for one that was portable and was good for home use. This document camera claims to have the capability of live projection, so I could hook this through HDMI to a projector and show it live in a classroom, but then also streaming. So it comes with an application where I can record the images that it's projecting and create a video, and I can also annotate them. So we'll play with that in a couple of videos that I create here. What I liked about this document camera is that there were only a few buttons. So it only does a couple of things. I felt like I can figure that out. So it says here that the buttons are for, this is the documentation that came with, a lamp, so it does illuminate. So if you have something that needs extra illumination, you should be able to do that with this device. It has an autofocus button, so if you're trying to focus in on some text or something that has some detail, you should be able to do that with this. And then there are two buttons here for brightness adjusting. So that should, I think, enhance the illumination. It attaches through USB, and that's it. Those are the features. Oh, it has a microphone as well. I don't have high hopes for the microphone. I think that's asking too much out of this device, but we'll play with it. We'll see what it's like. but it should be interesting. So I'm going to test it on a few things. I'm going to see what it looks like when I write underneath the document camera. I'm going to see what the microphone's like. I'm going to see what it's like to annotate with the document camera. And then it also came with, and unfortunately I won't be able to demonstrate these for you, but it also came with a bag of microscope attachments. So if you have a microscope and you have a need for recording with a microscope, it has these microscope attachments that attach to the microscope and the camera, so that way the camera can focus in on the projection, or focus in on the image from the microscope and project it. So unfortunately I don't have a microscope. I won't be able to test that for you, but there are some examples of it online and it looks pretty good. So if you're curious if that's something that you would want this for and you find it very beneficial, go look at some of those example videos to see if it does what you have in mind, what you think it should what you think it should be able to do and what you would want it to do. So I'm going to wrap up this video and then we'll move on to some images from the document camera.